Hey guys, I'm Grestar, and as you may know, I rather enjoy going to the dollar store because in my opinion, you can find a lot of weird, cool, funny, or just all-around fun things there for $1. Or if you want something more practical, you can go the way I did and get a Santa hat because, as you may have noticed, it's almost Christmas! And I don't know, you might not celebrate Christmas, but I do. If you don't, that's fine. But yeah, so I got this sweet Santa's hat that I thought I'd show off right away at the beginning of the video. And if you didn't guess already, or if you hadn't seen my previous dollar store video, which you should totally check out, I'm just gonna show off some of the things that I purchased. So I have this practical Santa's hat, or for when I want to be sassy, I also have this one. Because who hasn't wanted a leopard print Santa hat? I don't know. I know that I have always longed for one. I don't know, I found this amusing first off just because this is the classic, you know, this is where it's at. This is what people think about, I assume, at least most people when you think about Santa's hat. Not so much this. This is totally the sexy, sassy way to do Mr. Claus, you know? Like, ho ho ho, coming down your chimney tonight, and then you get Chippendales. Maybe that's a bit too far for imagining chubby old Santa, but I like it anyway, in a twisted sort of way. That's right, Merry Christmas, everyone. And speak of the devil, look who I found, but chubby old Saint Nick himself. Look at this little guy. And I just saw this, and I'm like, it's a fat little Santa Claus! You know, because he's all, I mean, his hat could use some work, doesn't even have the little pom-pom at the end. But just look at his face and how happy he is. I just want to spread joy to the world. And all that. And on top of that, there's this one. I just thought that both of these were rather cute. They're obviously not perfect, and for $1 you can't expect them to be. Like, he's got all this fuzz, you know, and like strings coming off of him, and I actually picked one that had fewer little red spots on his beard from like the felt of the hat or whatnot. And on the back, if you look at it, it's just solid red. Solid red. Same thing with this actually. From the front, he actually looks pretty good. You know, he's a happy old Claus there. His mustache is kind of in the way, but you know, he's a happy man. But then his beard, it's totally just flat. It's just this flat little piece right here, you know, with his face. Nothing underneath that, no. Smile. Does he have a smile on the beard? He does have a little smile on his beard. Nothing beneath it. And then on the back, he's also just blank. He's a little blank little guy, but
ho ho ho, Merry Christmas and stuff. I'm Santa Claus and I'm dancing on his microphone as we speak.
Just do a little river dance there. I don't know what river dancing is. But no, I don't know. Personally, you know, I'm a sucker for cute things, and I just thought that these were kind of fun. So little Santa Clauses, I gotta keep them around for Christmas. They'll just be sitting on my desk. I mean, you can't see them, but they're sitting on my desk right now. Hey guys. Admittedly, the hats and the Santa Clauses are the most Christmassy things I have this time, but I figured that before moving on to just a couple other items that I have, that I'd go back to something that I talked about a little bit in my first dollar store video. If you recall these glasses, it came, you know, the package came with just these nerd glasses, and it made sure that I knew to wash teeth before use. And finally, at the dollar store, I was able to find these. These are indeed the teeth that they meant. If I still had the package for the glasses, I'd show you, but this is what they were talking about. These are jokes and gags, funny teeth, it says in the back, or on the front too. 2-pack, oh, paquet de. It's been a long time since I took any French. At the bottom though, you can't actually see. It says right there, if it focuses, focus on the bottom. I don't think it's gonna do it. Anyway, it says wash before use. So at least it still gives you the warning, but it's not nearly as specific as the glasses, wash teeth before use, when there weren't even teeth with that. On the back, it doesn't really say anything else. Just trick your friends, make them laugh, because your friends are gonna believe that these are your real teeth just one day. Like after Easter or Halloween, Mamie's just like, oh, Dave, what did you do? It's like, I ate too much and I didn't brush my teeth at all. No one's gonna fall for it. But hey, maybe it'll be funny that you tried. Anyway, so opening this up now. Let's see. We have, let's try on this set of teeth. And I know it said wash before use, but watch me break the rules real quick. Okay, hold on.
I don't know, so this is what they look like, kind of. It's not that pretty. Ew, it tastes gross. That's why you wash them beforehand. But now, I am the ultimate nerd! Yay! Okay, let's take this off now.
That's gross. I mean, they look gross, but then also just like tastes of that never been used rubber kind of thing. I don't know, just not my favorite. But again, it does say to wash, so I'm not gonna like penalize anything there. Not that I'm grading these, but I'm just gonna keep that in its case. I don't want to put it back in the black where they came from. Ah, oh, it's on my arm. Oh my gosh. But yeah, there are the teeth. Finally, we see what the package was talking about. And for that moment, we were indeed nerdy. Speaking of nerdy, this is completely unrelated, but by the time you're watching this video, I've seen Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens 3 times. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to more fun mouth stuff, if you want to call it that, I found these. These are lip pops. So it's just like, you know, ring pops, how it's a sucker that you wear in your, you know, finger, like a ring, and these ring pop, you know, kind of stuff, which I never really liked personally. I mean, the flavor was fine. I've just never been a huge fan of suckers, mostly because of the stickiness. So my favorite was like baby bottle pop, because that, you know, you don't have to touch it, you don't have to hold it like really close to your skin. And of course, the powder dipping it into the bottle itself was delicious. Anyway, but these lip pops, this one in particular is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with the Abominable Snowman. Just says 3 delicious flavors, but alas, I only have 2. I have this one, the snowman, and this one, Rudolph himself. So let's just open these up and see what they're like. Okay, so here's the first one. When you pull it out, it just looks like this. Hey, I'm Abominable Snowman, love me, and stuff like that. For ages 3 and up. Oh, what do you know? Alright, but I guess what you do, I don't think you want the paper stuff still on, like this. Yeah. This, ow, it poked me in the back. It's kind of sharp there. I don't think you want any of this. I'm just gonna toss that aside. But you have the mouth right here. Take the plastic off. So there's the sucker bit, untouched and everything in my garbage. And then watch me be a snowman. Actually, that does taste really rather good. I don't know how long it would taste like that, but you know, it's, the blue raspberry stuff is always the best flavor, right? Like it totally, I regret throwing away the plastic though. I have nowhere to put this now. Hold on. Let's open up Rudolph's now and see what his nose looks like on my face. Actually, yeah, I just realized if you check the packaging, it does actually say blue raspberry, watermelon, and green apple. So that was the blue raspberry that I just had. And, oh, Rudolph, your poor face. Let me bend it back into... I'm Rudolph, and I have a red nose and stuff. So there he is, again, for ages 3 and up. But here we have this, was it green apple or sour apple? What does it say? Green apple flavored. Take your face off. That's not a normal thing to say. Take the plastic off. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Was I a believable reindeer? Did I fool any of you? Oh, hold on, let me try again, hold on. What about that time with my simulated, you know, antlers? Was that any better? No? So clearly with how small these things are, they are meant probably for the 3 and up crowd. Okay, of course that still includes me, but you know what I mean, around the age of 3 years old, because my mouth is a lot bigger than this little baby thing. Especially considering this is a mouth that's like, not just a mouth, but a nose and everything. Like that was the whole dear muzzle bit. And it was too small for me. I could not pass it off. I learned my lesson, I kept the plastic that time. But we do have one last thing, and I'm not gonna show you guys, I'm gonna let you guys guess what it is. I'm Olaf! Yeah, they have, you know, a frozen one too. So little Olaf snowman dude. And yeah, I would say what I think would make this a little bit better, I guess with the Rudolph one too is probably what bothered me most, is that it has a nose. Like, don't have a nose. I guess, like, why they did is if it were just, you know, like, this part and the tooth, it would have looked like a bunny a little bit. But with the nose, my nose is right here. There is no way this little baby carrot thing is gonna cover that. So it just looks weird having 2 noses. Because I kind of like the idea of, like, oh, I mean, it reminds me more of a pacifier than anything else. I mean, I guess baby bottle pop, baby bottle, or baby pacifier, you know, same kind of thing. But I would want it to be just the mouth that it's like portraying, not the whole nose deal, because there's no way you can pull that off. It just looks kind of silly in the end. Obviously, again, it's small and it's $1 and it's not meant for me, but it seems more like I just ate Olaf from the bottom up, and I'm just now getting like the edge of his face into my mouth. And that's a dark thought right there. So yes, while they're not perfect, I thought that they were kind of interesting enough. Is my tongue blue? A little bit, just a little bit. I didn't like suck on any of them for long. But here's another thing, completely unrelated to that. Wow. I don't know exactly what this is, but I like it. What it is, like, I mean, obviously it's Santa on a sleigh with a reindeer, and he's just like over a brick house, it looks like, and there's kind of crappy scenery in the background and whatnot. But it's magnets. So like there's a magnet on top of that red house that you can see in there, and then he has a magnet beneath his sleigh. And as simple as it is, I kind of like it. I don't know what it's talking about at the top. At the top it says solar power. And like there is that little panel right there. I will just be flat out honest and say I have never once like had this outside, so I never actually saw what it did. I just thought it was cool enough that it has this going where he just kind of bounces around like this, you know? You can bounce him around and move this around, whatever. And he just always ends up back on top of that. He's fine, he's wigging out a bit, but he's having to go right. See if you can't see, here's a little closer. I don't know. I don't have complaints about this, really. Again, it's a simple design and everything, but it doesn't have to be complex to me. I just think that the science behind it is kind of cool. They know the magnets repel, and I don't know, they just put sand on a sleigh, let him bounce around like that. It's kind of like a snow globe to me, but cooler, I guess. So yeah, I am curious what the solar power does. I've just never checked, and I can't imagine what else it would do. I don't know. But I think during the holidays, it's also important to treat yourself, and so I did with this Happy Holidays chocolate bar from Leo, Donnie, Raph, and Mikey. So I don't know if this is, like, look, it's just a chocolate bar, but the turtles are on it, and they have Christmas hats, not as sassy as mine, obviously enough, just the standard one. Just says crispy chocolatey, Leo, Donnie, Raph, Mikey, TMNT. Like, doesn't really say anything else. You know, I could look into the ingredients and all that, but that's not fun. What's fun is seeing if there's anything else Christmassy about this bar, or if it's really just, hey, we know kids like turtles, and we know it's Christmas time. Let's put the turtles in Christmas hats and see what candy we can sell. And then people like me will buy it out of curiosity. So let's see. No, just chocolate. I mean, it broke in the bag. Looks like crackle though, and I like crackle or crunch, you know, that kind of thing. Break a piece off. Break it. Ah. Oh no, I broke like 4 pieces. I just wanted 1. Let's see if it's any good. Y'all jealous? I'm eating chocolate on camera. It was great. Not the chocolate, just the fact that I'm eating chocolate is great. Like, you can tell that it's cheap chocolate. At least I'm pretty sure it is. It tastes like cheap chocolate to me. But, I don't need my chocolate to be really expensive. I don't need it to be super rich, you know? So, it's fine. Like, it's just kind of bland, but I do like the crunch to it, and it's definitely chocolate, so I'm happy enough with it. It's not Christmassy at all. Like, this is just advertisement for the sake of advertisement, but it's what I expected, so what can you do? Like, if you're a chocolate fan, and you want $1 chocolate, I would say do not get this one. Because it's not the best chocolate. I wouldn't say it's worth $1 because you can get other real chocolate bars, you know, for $1. But since I already bought it, I'm gonna enjoy it. I think what it tastes like to me, because it just it seems a little bit familiar. You know those advent calendars where like every day leading up to Christmas you open up a little window and you get like a tiny little square of chocolate? I could be remembering completely wrong. And I think we had a cheap advent calendar but when I was young. We only did it a couple times. But this tastes kind of like that, where it's not great, but it's a little treat. You know what I mean? So again, if you have $1 and you want chocolate, buy something else. Don't buy it just for the sake of the turtles, because it has nothing to do with it. I was kind of hoping for like a TMNT imprint or something on there, but no, just nothing. But you know what? Why stop there when you can have yourself some warm hugs? I'm just gonna bring that closer to the camera now. Yeah, warm hugs. Yeah, just Disney Frozen warm hugs this holiday. Crispy chocolatey bar. Not even crispy chocolate bar, crispy chocolatey. Maybe it's not real chocolate. I don't know. That would explain the taste of this one, because this one actually too says just crispy chocolatey. Maybe that's a thing I didn't pick up on before, but yeah. Anyway, you got that picture of Anna and Elsa hugging all there. Warm hugs and everything. I'm just gonna open up this one too and see if it's anything different. I mean, because now I have that sneaking suspicion that it's like the same exact, you know, candy bar, just with different advertising. Because if you'll do it with turtles, why wouldn't you do it with frozen? Up. Yep, it's the same. It is like the same bar. Let me taste it, make sure, I guess. I don't know. I'll just eat more chocolate in front of you guys. Yep. Same thing. Crappy chocolate. I'll still eat it. Whatever, it's still chocolate. I paid for it. I'm gonna do it, dang it. Alright, how about we move away from food and snacks for a minute, and I'll show you guys this. It is instant snow in a can. So if you shake it around, you got that weird old sound. Let's see. Does it give me instructions? No, it just it says, not a toy. This artificial snow is not for children 5 years and under. Children 6 years and up should be supervised by an adult during use. I'm an adult, and I'm gonna do it at my desk and stuff. See insert and can for additional information before using this product. Okay, so, I just saw something, though. I hadn't seen this before when I first bought it. Let's see if I can show it to you guys, if it'll zoom in enough or focus. Focus! 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 No! It's not gonna do it. Anyway, on the warning, it says, harmful if swallowed or inhaled. Has one too many L's on inhaled. So, inhaled. Skin and eye irritants. Seek immediate medical attention. Alright. Well, let's open up the can and see what happens. So, just opening this up. Okay. Your standard can so far. And then, we get a little shovel. I've never opened this before, obviously enough. And this little... I guess this is the instructions. Or these are the instructions. Come on, open up. There's so much reading here. I don't want to do it. Okay, I'll leave it for another moment. Because the last thing in here is this little packet of drugs. I mean, snow. Yeah, just you got this little fluff. I don't know. All right, we better look at the paper then. Let's see what we have to work with here. How to make decorative snow. Read all instructions and warnings. Good place to start. Okay, cover table or work area with protective covering. Open the can. Add about 8.5 ounces of tap water. I don't know how to measure that. You have instant artificial snow. Hydration of snow should last about 7 days. Product may be rehydrated as needed. Alright. Wait, how many ounces was that again? Not that I even know what that means. 8.5 ounces of tap water. Good thing is, I got tap water in just a water bottle I found in the house. So, let's do it. Okay, hold on. Where's my Tupperware? Alright, I got this. I just got some Tupperware here. So, why did they give us a little shovel? I don't even know yet. But let's open up our little package here. Sorry, I would love to show you guys, but, you know, it's kind of hard when my camera's a little higher. Okay. There it is.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at all that artificial snow. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Feels like Batman is with us, huh? Finally, he has a family to celebrate Christmas with. Now I guess we'll just... Yeah, again, I have no idea how much is 8.5 ounces. Let's just pour water until I'm satisfied. Water! Woo! Okay. There, that's fine. Once we have this, I'll just mix it up a bit now and we'll see what happens. I will use the shovel they gave us. So holding this up. Just gonna mix this around. I know, I'm like blocking my face. I probably shouldn't put it that high. I don't know, I mean, that's more... I feel like that is more powder than we actually put down. Like, poured out of the little baggie. I don't know, it said it was like a skin and eye irritant, so I don't really want to touch it. But what's the fun, or what's the point of artificial snow if you don't get to touch it? I'm just gonna add more water. See if I'm supposed to.
I closed the lid, dang it.
I don't know, I added more water. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I don't want to touch it. Like, it's not gonna be cold like snow or anything. But, I mean, if you need fake snow, just visually, I guess that's how you could do it. You satisfied? I think I'm satisfied. So there was artificial snow in a can, everybody. So good news for those of you who want to go back to hanging out with your families. This is the last thing. It's not even Christmas related. I just found it on my very last trip to the dollar store, and I had to share it with people. Some people aren't going to be surprised by this at all, but I always think it's funny when I see things like this. I found toast. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I found toast at the dollar store. It says Original Toast by Forelli. It's Forelli, right? Yeah. I don't know, just like, look at it. It's just bunch of little bits of bread, like tiny tiny little slices of bread. I mean, it looks big like there, but you know, it's not. It's not. It's just bread. Toasted, mind you. But you know what I also found? Because toast is known to be dry, I found hazelnut spread, also by Forelli. I figured it's the perfect little companion, so why not try some out right now? Let's do it. Let's open this up. There's a lot more plastic on this thing than I had expected. Oh gosh. And then it like ruptured in half. Oh! Okay, because they're kind of individually packed, but now I have crumbs all over my lap. But yes, so we have now our individual little loaf of toast. And I still have crumbs on my lap. That's gonna be an issue. I have carpet, man, in my room. Alright, well, let's open up this little packet. Get out our first piece of bread. And try some of this hazelnut deliciousness. Oh man, the first piece of toast just like completely collapsed as I pulled it out. Like it's broken in 3 pieces. Just what I picked up. And there's this one. Wow. There's no water left in that. That was crunchy. Okay, well. That's cool, that's what's supposed to be, that's fine. Let's do it. I mean, honestly, just think of it as like a flavorless crouton. And that is totally chill. I'm good, yeah, why not? Alright, here's a good piece. The second piece I pulled out. This one's actually fine and not completely broken. Alright, now for the hazelnut bread. Do it! Open! Oh, there's a lid underneath the lid. Well, I mean, kinda, you know. Oh, also I wanted to point out on this, on the top of this. Or was it on the lid? Where was it? It showed it somewhere, hold on. Yes, okay, just right there. If you can read that text. Of course you can't read it. You can never read text when I hold up. It says, please do not keep in refrigerator. Just tell me don't refrigerate it. You don't have to be polite there. Like, if it'll be bad if I put it in the fridge, just tell me not to put it in the fridge. Okay, that's what it looks like inside. It's not too bad, actually. I mean, it's oddly solid, but hey, I'm fine with it. Got our handy dandy knife, not from the dollar store, from my kitchen. Oh, I feel like the toast is just gonna collapse though when I try to spread this onto it. Because this is some thick stuff, I didn't expect that. Okay. Ugh. Actually, that worked out surprisingly well. There's my piece of toast. I know it's toast that I got from the dollar store with hazelnut spread on it. Let's try it, let's try it. I mean, yeah, why not? Hazelnut spread's good. This one is actually not an exception. Which, you know, I'm not terribly surprised by because it is a pretty small container. But, you know, honestly, this is a pretty decent snack. You get the nice crunch from the toast. The toast itself is, like, tasteless, but with a nice, you know, I got a lot of thick. It was pretty thick serving that I did of the spread. But it's pretty good. I like it. I just wish that, like, the toast was secure enough in its identity where I could dip it into the spread, or the spread was soft enough. Because that's so much better than having to, like, get a knife out and spread each individual piece of toast. I just love that that's toast. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I just grabbed things that were like Christmas related that I thought were kind of amusing, you know, whether in a weird way or just because it was cute or whatever. And toast, because I didn't want it to like get moldy or anything, and I wanted to get that out of the way when I found it. And it's just toast at the store. I love that fact. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a great Christmas or whatever it is that you celebrate, if you celebrate at all. Remember to be safe out there on the roads. Let your family know that you love them and everything, and just have a good time. So, yeah, until next time, we're calling it here. Cue outro, go!